Where's the arm for my poncho? I am a mess. Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
He is a mess, and now he's gonna be in the opening of saying it's a mess. I'm evil. We're back. Expect to see us wearing some shirts with the same color for a few episodes.
Yeah, we're doing a recording day, guys.
We're doing a recording day because last Friday the first episode's out, which
yes, it's very good.
Which is going to be like, this is episode 4, so it's going to be real soon. You can see we have very little recording at the moment.
We had like multiple different delays. I got Nurgle Frenched me again.
And I will say, we're having my trip get completely bungled and changed. Makes it so that way we can actually record next week too.
Okay.
Like, it was literally, if we did a recording day and I still had my original planning, I would have had to have all the things we're about to record edited before Wednesday. Because I was leaving Wednesday morning and I was going to be gone for a week and a half.
Yeah, that wouldn't be very good.
Yeah, so it's like,
don't kill the editor, guys. That's the bad.
But now, I still have that vacation time, so now I get time off.
Nice.
So I'll probably Mad Banagi.
Oh God, I need to show you something I got on Mad. But after we record, I need to give you a couple things, and then I need to show you something.
Oh, and I think next week we should play it during our Sunday. Anyway, back into the Technobabylon. If you remember last time, Lau is now going to investigate the murder of Dr. Baxter, who everyone suspects was Regis who did it.
Yes, but that'd be too perfect.
Restore, not start.
Yeah, that's right.
God, do you think your cursor going towards that delete for a moment? It's like, no, don't do it again, don't do it again.
It's every time. So I wonder if she has something different to say. Well, you know that full well you could accomplish all of the work you need in a trance suite in your head. Cell insists that most official business be carried out on its terminals and travelers for security. Regis seems to think that it's just to make it easier for Central to spy on everything you do. Yep.
I love how it's just like it's the looking into the differences of their two personalities. You know, like how Lau doesn't even have anything on in the background.
Let's see.
Wait, what was that from Vargas?
This has an attachment.
Yeah, this is from Galate, the city admin.
I remember they gave us information.
Yeah, it's
hey, what was that?
It's the case file, yeah. Straight to your brain. That's a great way, just right to your brain.
God, that would not feel good.
No.
All right. Oh, and Regis.
No subject.
Interesting.
No attachment. I can't remember which day it is.
This was the day prior.
Yeah, he sent to the day prior with nothing attached. And he's been gone.
I thought he did attach something to it. I thought he attached his voice thing.
We heard him recording it. We don't know what. But clearly he sent it without attaching it then.
You also need to emulate his less helpful behavior patterns.
I love it's just like you're starting to be more like Regis, stop, and it's like, no, Central.
Max, it doesn't matter what Mom said. I don't really understand why you did it either, but I'm not going to judge you. I miss you, and they won't admit it, but Mom and Dad too. Please come back home, Max. That city, that life, it'll change you. Interesting. Centralized Emergency Logistics Case File RE8473-A, Category Class 4 Information Larceny. With
wow,
composite harm to health of individual.
I love it's information larceny. Mindjacking?
Oh, hey, we actually have like the full Using a process of resonant modulation with subjects' neural wetware, the information contents of individual victims' brain is being destructively removed with fatal consequences to the targets. Victims to date, 18 in Newton. Global, unknown. Identity of the perpetrator, not known. Subject appears exceptionally skilled at infiltration and may have inside help from a larger sponsor. Central. And then just a little AI head comes down behind me, tases me, and I'm just a skeleton in my chair. Case specialists Regis and Lau are assigned to compile all available data on Mindchecker's activity, including investigations of the latest targets for analysis by Central. Homicide, breaking and entering, abuse of public office.
Abuse of public office.
Dr. Adam Baxter.
This is actually it's Adam Baxter's misuse of public office.
Was found dead by co-workers at the Vickerman Tatsumo Telepresence Laboratory. What does telepresence mean? Is that like...
Telepresence would be like... kind of like a telehealth, it's like visual TV communication. So like a teleconference. So it's
interesting.
He just needs his presence there by, he doesn't have to really, yeah.
Case officer Lau M activated for investigation. Dr. Not James Baxter, former organic computing researcher for City of Newton, recently paroled from rehabilitation sentence. Suspects Regis, Dr. C. Spouse of Victor Regis, victim of murder of Dr. Baxter, was detected entering laboratories on the prior day and leaving 128 minutes later. Has historically demonstrated an anti-civil behavior index with such a strong motive. His apprehension for questioning is a priority. And then we'll put him down even if he's innocent, because that's how we roll, apparently.
Walsey could try just calling him. Click. Do you need to click?
No answer.
Okay.
Apparently I have to click. It doesn't just automatically do it.
Okay.
Oh, hey, we got wetware. We got a jolt gun. We got a traveler.
I mean, it makes sense that WoW would have wetware.
Top of the line interfacing wetware. Pricey stuff, but I claim it as a work expense.
I use this on
Got you linked
Chantel.
to the AI lab have had their turn analyzing her. Then she's all mine.
And she's all mine.
Sorry, Regis.
A physical photograph. The team. February 2067.
Oh. I wish he hadn't scratched out Baxter's face. I know why he did, for storytelling purposes.
Oh, yeah.
This is probably the only person I know who'd want his picture on paper. I guess defacing a digital one just isn't the same.
If you look at
It
that
really isn't.
picture again, I think you'll at least recognize one other character.
Physical.
Oh no, I noticed we have Charlie, I think his wife,
Yep.
the guy who was just in here, and James Baxter. This person's ringing a bell, but I don't know who that is.
I don't think you've seen her face yet.
Interesting.
Regis is probably...
Nah, I've already got it set up just...
I have to touch everything that we've already touched.
Yep.
Ending to you, Central has swapped out the data on the Mindchecker case for information on the Baxter murder.
Oh, what? Yeah, about the...
Regis keeps covering the camera with tape. You're not sure if he's aware of the terminals on the desk have two-way cameras as well.
I just love that.
I did notice when we were in that little robot and we came in here, we could still see it.
Yeah.
Which implies that there is an extra camera that would have been watching them the entire time.
Yep. It's just like, Regis, I understand, but... Oh yeah,
There's
no,
the
in this
trash
case,
chute. Well, I guess I'm going places.
that's fine. I guess you could go to the Fulcrum Tower. I don't remember if there's anything actually needed. It might have been just so that way you can go.
Might get some extra little.
Yeah,
goodies
that's
out
why
of
it's
it.
like, you might as well go. Oh, right.
Dr. Lau, so good to see
I
you.
forgot about that.
Whoops. Hi, I didn't actually want to see you. I wanted to talk to a tree.
But you know what? We're here, and you know it's important that we also talk to you at some point.
You should have made an appointment.
You're rude, and I don't like you.
Dr. Vargas, I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may.
Certainly, my dear. Anything I can do to help.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, there's a lot here and all this information.
Well, let's start with what do you do?
What would you describe your role here as, Dr. Vargas?
This is publicly available information, Dr. Lau.
Eat 5,000 protein surprises.
Now, Galatea, it is a reasonable question. For the past 18 years, I've held the role of controller of centralized government. I ensure that Central, our city governance CI, is functioning within parameters.
You see, that makes me so uncomfortable because Central's been killing people. And if he's been greenlighting that, we don't know if he is.
What would you say your political function within the city is?
None at all. The elected council formulates city policy. It is merely Central's role to execute this and ensure the day-to-day well-being of the city.
And it is Dr. Vargas's role to maintain Central's operations. Surely you're already aware of this, Dr. Lau.
Just wanted to get it from the source.
Sometimes our desire to remain outside the political spectrum has led to rumors. We are not, however, the secret puppet masters behind the government of Newton.
I shouldn't count you
don't
as my
believe you.
boss, then.
Dr. Lau,
Heavens no, my dear. If anything, we are equals on an administrative footing. Central acts as director for both of our operations, though.
How weird that a non-human person is your superior.
Notice it's also quotation still. It's like, technically they are, but we're allowed to override that.
How long have you known Dr. Regis?
Since 2067, he joined a research project of mine. He was a good man then, very principled.
So about 20 years?
Mm-hmm.
And
He's
now?
been in that position for 18.
I have no doubt goodness remains. Though since joining Cell, I feel that he expresses this solely through his work.
Do you know about his garden on Tier 42 of this building?
The one that we wanted to go to? The one that...
I thought we were going to go to, but I completely forgot.
Ah yes, I've been there myself a couple of times. Though I hope we can keep that between us, Dr. Lau.
What did you think of it?
It is certainly an interesting way of coping with grief. Though that it has lasted so long is perhaps cause for concern.
His
gosh,
grief
that's
lasting
such
for so long. Yeah.
That's such a hard thing too, because grief is one of those things where it's like there is no pre-described duration for this.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, hey, it's been 20 years. It's like, and he's still, it's like, yeah, it's like that. It shows just how heavy it is for him.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like his wife got murdered in a pretty horrific way.
What can you tell me about this incident?
Currently not a great deal, hence why you have been tasked with this investigation. Dr. Baxter has been found murdered in his workplace.
Yes.
And Dr. Regis was caught entering and leaving the facility by their security infrastructure.
How about a background to the case? A history?
Baxter has been responsible for the murder of Viksha Regis.
Charles Regis's wife.
He was caught and convicted, and until recently had been serving a sentence for the crime.
I'm aware of this so far, yes.
He had recently been paroled with the Vickerman Corporation as his sponsor.
We don't know who the Vickerman Corporation is, right?
I don't think so. And
Like, that wasn't the guy who got eaten.
no. Like, I think this is just more of I wouldn't be surprised if it's the corporation that builds the chips that I mean, my naivety. It just could be just a sponsor of, like.
I can only imagine Regis's feelings on the matter.
Violent, no doubt.
But I knew Charlie Regis, and I know what kind of man he was. Justice is his motivator, but with his background out in the hot zones.
You worry that this might have been his idea of justice?
Precisely. That, my dear, is why I need you to investigate this case before Central jumps to any conclusions to the matter.
Doing point and clicks like this is very interesting because the classical kind of quote unquote proper point and click is your characters aren't supposed to have. They're supposed to be as blank as possible so that way like you can put yourself into their position. And that's also why they have like the little red herring endings where like you put a pipe bomb in the microwave and then explode.
Or something, yeah.
It's really interesting playing a game where not only do all of the characters have set and unique personalities, like they have like deep history and behavior. Like they've already had their behavioral patterns analyzed, which is really neat because it's just something I thought of. Like if we ever have to analyze Regis's behavior, like everything we've done with him, his idea of justice has actually been, what a civil society would consider just, like he doesn't want to kill anyone. He actually
like,
wants.
And you got to the point where it's like that you saw what was the tipping point to make him actually start considering it kind of thing. Like it makes it so that way the character you're playing, seeing just even how they think about looking at an object. I mean, that's why I like this developers or these, or more of I'd say this publisher and the developers he likes working with, as well as the developer himself. Yes. Where it's if they do have that multiple characters playing it, it's you can have them look at the object and they were written in different ways of what they describe that object, because it's written in how that character thinks, and it's an insight into the character instantly without having to be
really
like,
fun.
Yeah. It can make it more interesting to play a set character than a blank slate character.
Mm-hmm.
Because then
it's interesting.
Yeah, you're experiencing the story, not everything else.
It's a fun way to challenge the medium.
Yes. I would also say part of that is just the age that medium was started, because at that time that's when blank character slates was really pushed,
really popular
for everything. Yeah, that was like the
looking
main
at you
thing.
Golden Age Superman.
And I'm also just thinking of during that time too, you know how like the hidden object trope of combine random crap because you don't know what you're gonna do kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why that existed?
Why?
Microtransactions.
Oh God.
You wanna know why?
Why?
Tip hotlines where it's like $1 an hour to call.
You know what? Yeah.
That's why they would always have that one puzzle that no one could understand because it followed no logic, because it was trying to force people when there was no internet to call a hotline. And by the way, when people go, oh, the older games are so much harder, it's so much more interesting. You can find some of those old games, like the original Hitman. If you look at the little booklet that would come with a CD case, it has the tip hotline number on it. Interesting. That's why when people talk about microtransactions, I point out it's always been in games. It's just more prevalent nowadays, while it's always existed. First it was arcades with coins machines. Then
so
it was
the evil has always been here.
And then the tip hotlines.
So
yeah, I just wanted to give you that insight where it's just that moment where you just go, when I discovered that, I was like, oh, that's so, holy crap, that explains so much.
It does, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's why I'm always like, why are they so hard? Why do they just don't seem to follow any logic? And that's just oh my God, they were designed for tip hotlines. That's why it's that you could play some of those games nowadays, and then you look up the guide online, and you're like, why was it done this way? And it's like, because you weren't supposed to figure it out.
Because we wanted to make it impossible. We don't
Yeah.
like you.
Yeah, we want you to
then.
pay money just to contact someone to ask for the most common hint.
Regis's wife.
You mentioned Regis's wife, Viksha.
Ah, yes, Vicky. She was a student of mine in the 50s in Buenos Aires.
The 50s.
She spent several years working for the UN in hot zones around the world.
I do like that the theming of this is a very 1980s beat cop, but they've turned it into, cyberpunk.
I mean, it's like, hey, at that point, like that far in the future kind of thing, it's like, you'd still have the human element is still gonna, it's like
Yes,
things repeat.
it's just-
still things repeat.
It's a fun take.
Yeah.
When she had finished, she was the natural choice for the project I was just commencing.
That was the
You
project.
never really spoke about her.
They were very much in love. It pains me greatly to see a man so afflicted by a loss.
She was a engineer as well?
Yes and no. She specialized in organic computing, a field perhaps more closely aligned to your own.
I'm just gonna keep going from the top. Could
Yep.
someone
No,
else have
it's-
done this?
Yeah.
Though Regis has an obvious motive, can you think of anyone else who might have a reason to do this?
I cannot imagine that James Baxter was very. I'm gonna keep calling him James Baxter. If you guys don't know who James Baxter is, he's a prolific animator. If you think of old Disney cartoons, whenever someone had like the little head waggle, whenever they talk, they go ha 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 ha. That was James Baxter.
Huh.
And by the way, the reason he did that because during that time, that was before there were any digital cells involved in production. So like everything was like hand drawn cells. So like you would hand drawn a 3D motion. And that was kind of like his like, I am such a better animator than you guys are. Let me swag on you with this guy shaking his head.
I shall be honest, Dr. Baxter was not an easy man.
So he had enemies.
There were many who disliked him in his time, though none I knew could call him his...
You just said he has a lot of enemies. I was saying
No,
he has a
no.
lot
He
of
said.
enemies. I'm
He
saying.
said. No. It's the. I can understand. It's one of those things of like, think of a coworker that is rough to work with. where
It'd be
they're-
like,
but it's-
well, I don't know any of his enemies, but I wouldn't be surprised if someone said he had some.
it's more of he's like, as he said, he says he knows no one that would be enough to call him an enemy. They're just enough to not like working with him, but not enough to kill. It's
You mentioned
he's just a rough
project
person to
that
work
Viksha
with.
was recruited for.
Yeah, and this is for the project for the Regises.
I'm afraid that's classified.
Screw you.
Galatea, how can we help if we block every question? It was a project that utilized the expertise of both Viksha and Charles. Essentially, we were studying organic interfacing and large-scale computing.
Large scale, as in city coordination intelligences, like Central?
Oh no. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like where we've gone.
I can answer no further.
You can
So, Central's a brain in a jar. Interesting development. I don't like this development at all.
Oh, you want to know what the fun development is?
Yeah?
Murder 20 years ago. 2 years later, he's in position with Central as coordinator.
That's kind of fucked that you would plant that seed in my head. Interesting.
It also, why would Regis hate Central so much?
Well, I mean, aside from the obvious dystopian machine making decisions that leads to people getting euthanized.
But now it's
What was your opinion of Dr. Baxter?
personal.
Interesting.
As a scientist 20 years ago, he was peerless in his field.
But as a human being,
He did not take refusal with
Oh, he's a tech bro. He's a boy.
I wouldn't
He's a
call him
slices of pizza boy.
No, he's not a tech bro. He's a. I have visions But, you know, unlike tech bros
You
who
peons are too small to understand
it's
them.
it's not like
He's a
I would
tech
not
bro.
call it the tech bro. I would call it a scientist who really wants to, you know, he actually has the knowledge. And, you know, unlike current tech bros who say like, I have this idea. He's like, I have this, I just need the funding, I need to do this kind of thing. You know, like, I can do this. We just
Okay,
need...
so instead of Mark Zuckerberg, which I have so many problems with Mark Zuckerberg, one of them is that this asshole's actually somewhat competent. So I can't just insult him every single day up and down because I'd be lying because he is somewhat competent.
The fact that he manages to stay off the kind of he didn't go Elon Musk full, you know, it's like he's at least smart enough he leans into it, but not.
Oh wait, what's that
he
one?
leans into it pretty hard, but you know, like at least he's like.
Did you see there's a tech bro who's been saying that like the Antichrist is coming back? And he's like serious, like he's having seminars about it, but people are supposed to like not disclose it. He said that Greta Thunberg is the Antichrist.
I don't even know.
And he said that Joe Biden couldn't be the Antichrist because he's not charismatic enough.
Oh my god.
Oh, what timeline? Man, Harambe getting got really fucked shit up. I just want to say, it wasn't supposed to be this weird, this fast.
Internet.
I'm not even putting the internet did some things, but man, things took a left turn when that gorilla got shot.
Yeah, but I'm just saying sped things. Like it's what makes things go fast now.
This apparently is what led to his breakdown.
And the murder that followed that.
Precisely. I have not spoken to him personally since the trial, however. I'm afraid I couldn't enlighten you about his recent state of mind.
Why did you cut Central's feeds? Because
Dr.
Central's
Vargas, I
evil.
really need to ask. In my office, why did you cut Central's feed?
That's classified, Dr. Lau.
All right, one more classified and you're getting tased.
I'm afraid I cannot give you a complete answer on that subject. But a number of factors regarding yesterday's network attack have raised concerns. Not least the timing. It may be that Central's administration has been compromised.
You believe it's linked to Baxter's murder?
What makes you say that?
You cut the camera when talking to me about it. You were concerned that whoever may have compromised Central would find out what we were discussing.
Ha! Well, I have no fear of the quality of Cell's investigative staff now.
I learned from the best.
I love that. It's where Lau has that perfect kind of like, I'm looking like and analyzing this kind of thing and having very specific questions.
All right, the rest of these are kind of supplemental, but I'm still gonna go from the top down, although the one that I'm really interested in is the last one, where why don't you think Regis did this?
Yeah.
It's a fantastic view from up here.
Which I will say, so I have some fun philosophy stuff, which obviously, you know, a Let's Play is not the place to have like a full-on length discussion about it. Charlie Regis is from Texas. He's very proud of this fact. He embodies a lot of that kind of some of the culture of it, and one of the cultures is like be decent to people. And in a lot of Southern cultures, which you would not get this from what the South presents as its face, a lot of people in the South have a mentality of you can like do whatever you want to a person, but you should never kill a person because that's like the worst thing that you can do to anyone. And I kind of see that same mentality in Dr. Regis. He's like, you know, I don't want to kill anyone. I should figure out every possible solution before I have to try and kill someone.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of solutions with Dr. Baxter. It's like, even if he hated the guy, like you could go, you know, take his hands away from him. It's like, do science now, stub boy.
You'll see what they did to him.
Isn't it? That's why I choose to work from up here.
The only part higher in Fulcrum Tower is Central's operating center.
You could probably see all the way to Mombasa on a clear day.
Is Newton City located near Africa?
I guess so. You know, I just remembered when he was during the tracing. I think we could see like the Africa, some of the Middle East, and like some of that. So we were seeing it in that area, kind of thing.
What I would love is if we find out that this is an artificial island that like got built up, you know, in the middle of the ocean.
I don't think it's the artificial island at all.
Darn, that's a bit of sci-fi that I love the theories of, where you can make cities just kind of pop up like that.
Yeah, no, this is an established city.
I'm certainly aware of your role in the city, Dr. Vargas. But who is your lovely assistant?
If you say that's classified.
Of course, you haven't been properly introduced. This is my daughter, Galatea. She fills the role of my administrative support.
I'm being groomed for succession, apparently.
Ethically questionable at best.
Oh, don't put it like that. You make it sound so dynastic. That certainly is not what we wish to represent.
What was your field before going into politics?
I was a computer scientist and a lecturer at Buenos Aires. In the 60s, the government of Newton was looking for
60s.
research
Stop it.
administrators.
You know that
It eventually transpired. that
Stop
this
it.
role
I don't want to
itself-
think about the fact that we're living in the 20s.
Yeah, they're gonna start saying that. They're going to.
The city council was looking for suitable individuals to manage Newton's new CI.
Central?
Yes and no. It was what eventually became Central.
Dr. Vargas, have you heard of mind jacking?
Excuse me?
I'm afraid I have not.
Oh, they look horrified.
What is it?
It's the case Regis and I were working on lately.
Oh, hold on. Mind jacking, what's that? Even though we know everything
Individuals
else.
had their brains flash wiped by a destructive copying technique.
That sounds most appalling, Dr. Lau.
I like that the pixels of them are like all nice, but like their little low poly icons, sometimes their eyes go fish-eyed. Just like,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Does it pertain to this case?
Not that I'm aware of, sir. It might give someone a reason to frame Regis, though. Especially if they thought that we were getting too close.
So, perhaps Regis is a victim of attempted character assassination. To use Baxter as a means of doing so would be drastic.
would it though?
Why don't you believe that Dr. Regis is responsible for Baxter's death?
I cannot say for certain that he is not Dr. Lau. I simply hold on to the hope that he is not.
Thank you, Dr. Vargas. You've been most helpful.
Anything I can do to help.
Yeah, it's like he's just
Interesting.
he's almost more like, I can see it be. He's like, I believe that this is the most likely
Huh?
scenario, but I don't want to.
Pygmalion.
But he's just like, oh, could you like hand that to him? The picture.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
What do you think of this?
Poor Charlie. They were very much in love.
All right, fine.
What about you?
Nope, sorry.
Days. Oh wait, yeah, you said if she said it one more time, you're good, Days. She didn't say it one more time.
Say it one more time. One more. I'm holding on to that. That persists. Was there anything else we should goober about at Cell HQ?
No, I think in fact you're only allowed to be in her room. So.
Let's see how they killed this man.
Oh, Vickerman Pharmaceuticals. Okay. So
Wow, that's a lot of green.
his sponsor brought
Excuse
him
me.
here to work.
I would just love to say, I am sure this is an evil corporation. I would give both my left arm and my right leg to be able to work in a greenhouse like this.
It's one of those things where it's just like, yeah, that's probably bad, but it's like, it looks like it is an interesting place. I think you would actually, if you were in the future enough, you'd be like, you find it interesting.
If engineering was a thing, I would be finding every place where it's like, oh, we make weird plants. I'm like, yes.
Oh yeah, and now we understand who the sponsor for Baxter is. They literally sponsored just to make. They're like, we want this guy to work for us.
Yep.
Like it's not even a.
Great, they finally sent someone.
Do you recognize that person?
She's in the picture.
Yep.
You here to get the body out?
Maybe. I'm Max Lau, cell case specialist.
No kidding. I'm the lab director, Dr. Zvidzai Chigwa.
Also, shout out to the voice actors. You could give me a million years, I would not be able to pronounce her name correctly.
Oh yeah, like the voice actors.
The moment you get double consonants, my brain does not understand anything.
I will say that I think tends to be also the publisher. I think does a lot of good work on. I think he does a lot of the coordination of figuring out how things are pronounced and working with people to, and he also directs the voice directing a lot of times. So like, there's a lot of him like. He'll even make comments too, because there's like, and for one of the games that he has, he's just like, I love this voice actor. He's just like, I gave them a line, sent it to them, they recorded it, and I had no comments. He was just like, every single time, it was immediate, like, he was just like, they nailed it. Every time.
Like, oh, perfect.
Yeah, it was just like, he was just like, this is amazingly perfect. Like, sometimes he has to give direction, but it's like, it's also interesting to see what kind of people he works with.
Mm-hmm.
Make it quick, I'm busy.
What's your role here?
I'm the supervisor for the telepresence factoring labs. Most of it's automatic. I just make sure it's all running like it should.
Sounds like a big responsibility.
It's a lousy job most of the time. TP is where management sticks people they don't want in public-facing roles.
You're
Interesting.
not happy with it?
For the last few years, my career has been one.
Also, the music is quite loud for some reason.
It's only the
I'm just
same.
glad it's plateaued into some kind of stability.
I'm fine if you want to say done and go adjust the. Actually, can you?
Nah, I think we can still hear her.
And it's quieting down a little bit at the moment.
Can you tell me what happened?
Baxter got killed.
Does not sound surprised at all.
In any more detail?
When we started this afternoon, a whole lot of samples had been tampered with. We tried to call Baxter to find out what the hell was going on in the specimen bank.
And he didn't answer.
He didn't. Turned out the door to the specimen bank was locked too.
You haven't seen the body?
No, not in person, if that's what you mean. We got the camera feed online. But it was obvious that Baxter wasn't going to be coming out.
When did you last see him?
Guess it could have been Wednesday?
So he could have been killed any time in the past 3 days?
I guess, but it wouldn't fit with everything else.
So helpful you are. What's this place for?
What's the purpose of this lab? Plant studies?
Yes and no. It's a TP lab, telepresence. There's a lot of research that's not exactly legal in some countries.
But in Newton, pretty much anything goes.
Exactly. If someone in the EU needs research done on something hazardous, infectious, or endangered, they send the orders here and we carry out the testing.
Interesting.
What sort of research?
Mostly we make new angiosperms from scratch. That's flowering plants to you.
You ignoramus.
Gee, thanks. Why would people want new flowers?
Sometimes it's a drug delivery method. The earliest commercial examples were fruit that grew packed with insulin. A lot of new wetware begins its life as engineered fruit too.
Must be awkward if they cross-pollinate in the wild.
And a legal headache. Part of our job is making sure the copy protection works.
Copy protection in plants? Ouch.
You know what's funny though? the theoretics of engineering and computer engineering are so similar. Like,
Yeah.
instead of working on like you're just working on a plant instead of, you know, essentially a magic rock.
Yep.
Aside from yourself, who else works in this laboratory?
There's my intern, Martin Neester, operates the factoring line. If you meet him, it's easy to see why they put him in here. And until recently, there was Dr. Baxter.
Tell me
Neester.
about Mr. Neester.
He came over from Eurofed on a study program. He's young. I guess we're all like that in our youth.
Good colleague?
He's all right. He got on board with that annoying Maladist trend. He knows how to follow instructions, so I let him get on with it.
His visa still active?
Dr. Lau, we do not employ undocumented illegals in this lab.
Just have to check. I'm sure you understand. Tell me about Dr. Baxter.
Oh, he was bad enough to work with in the 60s. As part of his parole, they stuck a governor in his head. Since then, it's like talking to a badly written synthetic.
You don't care for him a great deal.
That man killed Vicky. Frankly, he deserved what he got.
So they servitured him.
But you still work with him.
He worked for me. It was another part of his parole. Vickerman's management persuaded centralized government that his skills were going to waste in prison. The company wanted him supervised by someone who knew him. Hence, they dragged my sorry ass in.
What did you have him doing?
He organized the specimen bank. It's the kind of thing we could just leave him at for hours on end. Days, sometimes. Really, it could have just been done by the facility's AI, but I had to give him something.
Otherwise, you'd have to talk to him?
Exactly.
You've got a keen mind. What's your take on this?
Hey, I'm not the detective, young lady. You know what I think? I think Regis did what they ought to have done 20 years ago.
Why do you say that?
Seems logical. We've got him coming into the labs on security, then we got him coming out an hour later. When we get here, we've got Baxter's corpse contaminating the specimen bank.
I think I agree with Dr. Lau's assessment that this guy could have died in any of these 3 days he wasn't being monitored, because depending on the contamination, so if it's just like blood and stuff, you'd think you'd only have like a few samples where like the spray.
We'll talk about more about this contamination.
Anything else?
It's
I assume this guy got disassembled at this point now.
Since we got in, we keep finding samples that have been tampered with. Looks
More
like he
like
spent
this.
his hour here messing up the genomes of our specimens.
That quickly?
If anyone was good enough to do it that fast, it'd be Charlie.
Okay, I guess the contamination they were talking about isn't actual contamination, but I thought they were talking about the contamination where Regis messed with all the plants' genomes. But then he was just like, he quickly messed with all the genomes, and they're like, only Regis had that kind of power.
You knew Regis as well.
Yeah, I was on a research team with him and his wife back in the 60s. Baxter, too.
You've apparently known him a long time. Does this seem like something Regis would do?
Oh, after what he did to Vicky, I'd have strangled Baxter, too. I tell you, if he did do it, I wouldn't blame him one bit.
Do you think he did it, though?
I don't know. He was always kinda shady.
Tell me about it.
They made him do some real awful stuff out in the hot zones.
Such as...
Let's just say his escape led to a whole lot of people being jailed for war crimes.
Interesting.
Yeah, like, that makes it more interesting that Vicky had to pull some strings to get him out.
You seem preoccupied.
That obvious, huh? We found a couple of specimens that Regis tampered with in his hour here.
I wonder why they think it's Regis who tampered. Well, aside from the fact that it makes sense that Regis could do it.
They might have
So I gotta run through the catalog and dig out the backups.
Sounds straightforward.
Not when there's 11,000 samples to take. Oh, I could punch Regis for this. Though, I want to shake his hand for Baxter so it kinda evens out.
Okay, see, everyone hated Baxter. This man had enemies.
What's been done to the samples?
He's used a customized viral vector to add huge amounts of junk DNA to their genomes. These are the last two I found, Medioflorens interensis and Linacia lawsonis.
May I have a look?
Do you think it'll help?
Just a hunch.
Interesting.
Huh. Non-binary. Quaternary data string?
What do you mean?
My wetware systems are interpreting the genomes of these plants as sections of an audio file. He's used the DNA to store information.
You think so?
It's incomplete. The two samples only make up a third of the data. But M and L, my initials. This can't be a coincidence. He's left a message.
What does it say?
Not sure yet. I could probably construct the whole message if I can find where he's hidden the rest of it.
Safe to say it's in the other plants he's engineered. Here, take this. You can sample DNA from the plants around the lab. If you run out of sampling cartridges, you can reload it at this console.
Thanks. How long
Oh,
would
good.
it take
We're gonna
to sample
find-
everything in the lab?
Only a couple of years. We have over 11,000 subjects. You're better off looking for specimens that would fill the gaps in the clue he left.
Every time I talk to you, your list gets longer.
Because there's so much important stuff.
Okay, so this
The
is a
top one is
repeat
just to
one.
remind you. Yeah, this is that way.
Yeah.
If you reloaded the game and didn't remember what you're doing.
So you worked with Regis and his wife, as well as Baxter. Did you also work for Dr. Vargas?
That pompous ass? Yeah, I worked for him.
You don't care for him.
He was a competent researcher, but he lives for politics. Everything was always about making the world a better place.
And you don't think it should be better?
It's a nice idea, just not realistic.
Aw.
And what we ended up making, it was actually never mind.
What happens in the specimen bank?
It's where the samples of plants and growth matrices are stored. There's a huge library of subjects to work with, natural and man-made.
And that's where Baxter worked?
Yeah, it's not exactly taxing. I wanted to see what he could do since they put a governor in him.
You left him to work alone in there?
I'll be honest, he was not a pleasant man to talk to.
I wonder why Regis hid a message inside the DNA of these plants.
DNA's been used as a data storage medium before. Rather than on-off binary, DNA would be quaternary bits. Adenine, guanine, thymine, and cytosine. If he just left a message on one of the systems, though, or even on paper,
Then someone could have destroyed or erased it. Short of burning down the entire lab, they'd have no way to be sure they destroyed a message hidden like this.
especially since he scrambled so many of the other samples as camouflage.
He needs to make sure it's found, and based on the layout, he wants me to find it.
I just love that. I love that where it really is just like, this is almost like the guy doing Morse code with his eyes kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yes.
know, like, it's the only Lau could find this.
Have you found anything else with added genetic data?
As a matter of fact, I have. There was a batch of Orchidaceae isotria in the growth lab, and
And?
I can't remember exactly which specimen the other was. I do remember that it had yellow flowers, variegated, that is, multicolored leaves, and produced large, round fruit.
Okay, so this is another repeat.
Yeah.
Why didn't the facility's CI detect Baxter's vitals suddenly failing? It's a potentially hazardous environment in here.
We were wondering that as well. This afternoon, we noticed the monitoring system in the sample lab was in recursion. All hell broke loose when the CI suddenly realized what had happened.
So either you've got a technical fault with the software or wetware interface,
Which is unlikely given how much they cost.
or someone breached the security systems to cover Baxter's murder. That gives me more hope. Regis would have no idea how to do that.
He's a smart guy, but when it comes to a cell phone, he's an idiot.
Well, I mean, it's once
What
it's just
sort
getting
of
wetware and
research
stuff
were you
like that, yeah.
conducting in the 60s?
You mean with Charlie and his wife? You might not believe it, but we were the people behind Central.
Central? The city governing AI Central?
The same. Newton was looking for a coordinator AI. Vargas put together a team, including the new Mr. and Mrs. Regis.
Nuke me. Regis never mentioned anything about this.
It wasn't a happy memory for him. He left after the unpleasantness. We finished the project a few months later.
Huh. Might explain why he hates Central's guts.
Okay.
Is that all?
For now.
Then if you'll excuse me.
Yeah, we're finally getting
I've been
back.
waiting to give you this
What do
photograph.
you think of this?
Oh my. Is that? Goodness, it seems like such a long time ago. Project was just starting and we were all so buoyant, so keen.
I've never seen Regis looking this happy before.
He was a different man before he lost Vicky. He's always been a good one though. I still can't quite believe he'd have done this.
Interesting. Quick question, Fuzzy. We are sitting at about 58 minutes.
With 10
I know
minutes
that.
of your phone call.
Yeah, about 5 minutes of that, so probably more like 50 minutes. But I feel like we're about to go into a long sequence here.
I wouldn't mind. Yeah, this is probably not a bad place to stop. I will
Alright,
say,
then
yeah, it might be. Yeah, we'll just stop for now.
Yeah, I'll give us a little.
Well, you know,
Breather,
hey
then
people, this is us ending this episode for now. We're about to hit stop and start again because, of course, we're still recording. But thank you very much for watching. Have a fabulous day, everybody. Bye.
What he said. Bye bye.